Hello, everybody. This is Frogman, and welcome back to Manufactio. This is going to be episode number 42. Last episode, we went to the first moon, Primus, and got a small base set up over there, at least a teleporter and a few other things, so that we can get back and forth fairly simply and easily. In between episodes, I have been very busy. Thank you, birds. Um, in preparation for the quest that is the trash can, which is going to be the condenser, what I'm calling a trash can anyway, the condenser, the first official trash can that's actually going to be usable for something, the energy condenser here from Project E. I have done a little bit of base restructuring and base reorganization. I know it doesn't look like a lot much right now, but when we get down and actually take a look at some of this, you guys are going to see what's been going on. I've been trying to get this done for a little while, but other projects have kept me from actually getting to it because of various things like that. Over here, this applied energetics system is gone. Due to the fact that we have these quantum entangle porters now, I am going to be using them in remote outposts like this as far as collection of resources and such. So this is going to allow me to take care of the process, which is these guys. So we're going to be feeding all of our ores back to a common location right now. The common location, of course, is going to be at the back of the ore processing system, or at the beginning of it over here. So I've also been kind of busy with other storages. So I've gone ahead and ripped out all of these silos because they don't hold enough and because they've been kind of impacting the way this base processes, or at least the ability to make things work a little bit easier. So what I have done is I have replaced them all with the ultimate bins, which these were just basically the ones that we were using as far as ore storage over there. So I have now moved them over to this area, and this applied energistic system is doing the management as far as controlling which one of these servos to turn on when, basically using redstone control back here. So we're getting rid of all of that nasty redstone wire that we used to have. And all of those crazy circuits that I had is trying to, basically look at keeping a certain amount of stuff in stock based on measuring various things. This is just literally, let me see if I can get over here, like to this guy right there. You basically tell it, I want to keep 50,000 of this thing in stock. It turns this on, which sends the item or the ore into the crushing system. The crushing system then does the work, which is then delivered back into this ME system, where we go over to the next major change, where the silos that were up here are now gone. I got to fix that little piece of the roof yet, but all the silos here are gone. We've done a lot of work in here, and it's nice and framey because the factory's working right now making me some science because I'm getting prepped up for other things. But I have done a considerable amount of work in here. Since I ended up with all of that wonderful RF technology, I went ahead and put the preheaters on every single one of these furnaces, and I think due to the speed at which these guys process materials and the fact that there are 36 of them in here, we're going to be good with these for the rest of the game. I have so much coal. I've got so much other stuff. They're doing everything I want them to do now, and they're super fast. So there's a lot of RF going out of this building. I mean, it's using quite a bit, and yes, it's quite framey, but that's just because of the way the thing works. I have moved the pulverized storage for ores into here, or at least to the metals, and again, we have the same connection system up there where they're going to be trying to keep around 50,000 of those items in stock at all times. And we're also using this as connection over there for the steel, which the steel is now super fast because of this little process. I'm really glad I did that because it really makes things work fairly quickly. So this is just the end of that light blue or that cyan circuit system over there. And yes, we did use quite a bit of the hardened flux ducts as well as the signal and plated flux ducts to get the power moving around. So it does work, and it works really well. Next door. We're gonna go up here. Let's see. Let's go downstairs first, I guess. Downstairs, the light blue system. Make sure my magnet is not on. 1 second. Otherwise, I will break things. It is. Get it off. Excuse me. I went ahead and removed the white section, or at least the white system, from controlling the deeper storage stuff. And of course, we moved all of our ingots and our special crafting stuff down here. And this is the what's remaining of the blue circuits that was blue system that was controlling the silos up top. So We're busy making stuff right now because I'm getting, like I said, getting ready for a few things. I went ahead and also upgraded these guys a little bit. I added another crafting CPU to them, or at least I think I had two, but I added another coprocessor on these so that they can utilize more of the molecular assemblers, so we can look at that little process. Since I ripped out those silos, I went ahead and built a bunch of these guys as far as molecular assembler stacks. So this is what I usually normally build when I'm playing modded Minecraft. This is how I build these because I prefer my interfaces to be able to have as many of these as possible. Plus, I also like the way this looks, and it is stackable. I can go another 4 tall if I really chose to, but I have plenty of room over here, so there's no reason not to just do this way. So got plenty of auto crafting capabilities now. I don't have any of the accelerators in them or the acceleration cards in them yet, which we don't really need them at this point. But we're doing good, at least on that part. So that's a lot of the major big deal. I knew I broke that. Come here, you. Go back over here. Another thing, when we redid the applied energistic system to control these guys, I don't know if I showed this exactly, but I separated these two sides, especially these two here, and I separated the coils, or the wire coils, or the wires, and the copper plates upstairs. If you notice, only half of them run. For right now, only half of them are running because I have these level emitters down here that turn this system on, to understand that I don't want to run the whole thing unless I have a certain amount in this bin. So this side is going to run if it has less than 1800 on it. This side will run if it has less than 1000. So if we suck a whole bunch of those out of there making some kind of something, then it lights all of them off. So same thing with the copper upstairs. So, all right. I think that was that part. Good Lord, it's going to be framey today. We've gotten all that sorted out. I've done a little bit of changes as far as the mob farm is concerned as well, mainly with the applied energistic system. We are exporting all of the necessary materials out of the mob farm that we don't need into a chest that's going into that same network over here. And I am going to be working on a trash can for this thing. This is the project for today, hopefully. We need to get to work on a trash can. So let's run back over to the base. I guess I didn't need this. I was going to do something, but we can just not do that for right now. No. Where is it? Give me it back. Thank you. What is it? I forget what the thing is now. I thought it was F. Whatever. I have that thing open over here, so we'll just have to worry about it later on. And I can get you out of my thing. Okay. So we're going to go back over to Primus real quick so I can show a few of the other things that we have going on. Ding. Okay, there, we're back here. Good deal. All right, so I did go ahead. I found, which is crazy, great, awesome, is that within the area right where we're at, right where we started, I found the osmium vein, which I think we saw on camera. There is another unusual ore vein here. And I think there's another osmium vein like right around here somewhere. No, there's another quartz one that I don't need. And then there is an unusual ore right here. So I have several of the things that I need for right now to do the work. And which is awesome is they're right here. They didn't require me to move much of anything. We've got plenty of space. We've got plenty of things. So what I'm doing here, I actually need to fix this real quick because we don't need to be doing that anymore. So let's see, reinforced servo, you're going to go down and I'm going to put you on this. Okay. I do need to hook that one up, but that's no big deal. Anyhow, this guy is mining the osmium with the occasional, with the occasional unusual ore, and this one apparently unusual ore is a random chance, which I need to read in the manual as to see what the random chance is, but at times this thing does not mine anything. I'm kind of waiting on it to do it. Yeah, so like that bucket's empty and then there's something there, so it's like occasionally mining anything. I don't remember that as far as the pack is concerned, but I guess it means I might just have to hook another one of these up over there. No big deal. But we are mining the various things. I have been getting a little bit of it, so this should take us back to the base. Let's get back to the base. Ding. Okay, cool. And I grabbed a whole bunch of that stuff. There is the quantum entangle porter that's sitting over in the space base or space station thingy over there, has plenty of things going on for it. And I have since mined quite a bit of osmium, and I've decided instead of trying to do all of the 5 times ore processing thing, because this machine right here is pretty slow, we're just going to do 4 times. Because 4 times doesn't require anything more than water and water to do. So I went ahead and upgraded these guys to basic factories, which means we can do 3 things at a time, and I am going to probably be doing the majority of the osmium that we get through this system. I am going to eventually move this part, I believe, over to where the ore processing system is so that I can then store this stuff correctly, but I've got a little bit of osmium now, which is nice, and I'm very happy to have a little bit of osmium at this point. So what I want to do is I want to grab a couple stacks of that, and we're going to run into here. I think I need steel. Is that the case? I do believe I need steel. Let's go grab some steel real quick. And this is what I've been doing to make this stuff. So steel. 1, 2. And 1, 2. No. Come on. 1, 2. Thank you. And we toss this stuff in here. Like so, and let that guy do his thing. Says I need to make a little bit more of that. So, alrighty, let's get on to the next step, which is we need to, excuse me, never mind the other things. It's that time of year again where everything in the world is deciding it wants to either be blooming or molding. So I've got wonderful allergies at this point in time. Let's see, we need to look at unusual ores. Unusual ores are only manufacturable or processed by a chemical plant, and these guys are then going to allow us to craft the anomaly science pack, where we need, I think it's about 16 of those to get our first dark matter. So in order to make the thing that I want, i.e. the trash can, which is this thing, I need 7 of those. So that's going to require a stack and a bit of unusual ore, which we happen to have quite a bit of unusual ore at this point, so I'm not worried about it. A lot of this, actually, I think about 2 stacks of this came out of that initial uranium deposit we were working on for quite a long time, so I've actually kind of been saving this stuff. But let's get into a new mod that's been put in recently that I don't think I've gotten to share with you guys, which is the capsule mod. The capsule mod allows us to place down multi-block structures, which I think I should not be doing that. Allows us to place down multi-block structures with 1 click. So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at a chemical plant, which a chemical plant, as we all know, is this structure right here. So what I want to do is, I've already crafted it, but we craft the chemical plant capsule using this recipe right here, which allows us to then capture all of the parts that are needed for a chemical plant and then place it down in one go. Now there are, let me see, he's been putting in quite a few of these. So we have quite a few capsules as far as various things are concerned. We've got the fermenters, laboratories, bottling machines, silos, mixers, coke ovens, excavators. That's how I put the excavators up on the moon. I believe it is over here. There's the excavator one. So it's a very handy mod because it allows us to build things fairly quickly. So once you get your little capsule, you notice it's got this little, I guess this would be the cap port that's sitting off to the side. I want to then load this thing. So it's going to allow me to load it, hopefully, by shift right clicking on it. It selects the inventory and then left clicking in the air to charge it. Now you should be happy, and you should have taken everything out of here that you need, and I don't think you did. Again. Charge. Well, whatever. We're going to bring this thing with us because we need it all. Sometimes they function correctly, sometimes they don't. So we're going to go over here, and I've already been preparing various things, and this is going to be one of those temporary projects until I can get another building built, because I've just been ridiculously busy with other things. But I went ahead and made a whole bunch of resin and ender. So we're going to place, or attempt to place, this chemical plant down, and as you notice, it's not working. I don't know why it does this on occasion. I may have to just not work with this for right now, but we're going to go ahead and try because it should place most of it down. Is that the right direction? No, that's not the direction I want it to place. I still understand why it does this. So let's see. Where is that chest? We'll put a chest down. Give this a try one more time with just the parts that it needs. You don't want that. Give me all this. We're going to try you one more time. Make me look like a fool on camera. Okay, so that should be everything I need, unless it's not happy with it. If I shift left click on it, you say missing 1 fluid pipe, 6 sheet metal, small energy input hatch, machine controller, tiny item output, tiny item input. I see all of that in there. Fluid outputs, input, output, controller, sheet metal, machine vent, and all of the firebox casings. Okay, well, whatever. Shift right click, then load it. Let's see, load it. Load it. Come on. What are you doing? Shift right click, load it. Still says it's missing some stuff. I don't know what it's doing. I think it's loading, trying to load it from my inventory. Oh, these things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I'm going to probably waste my time doing this. Let's just get this dude put down and we'll finish it. We need to get this processing. So I need to do a rotate of about like that. And I'm going to see if it'll fit in between or at least around my light structure that I have right there. We're going to go right there and place it down. And that is still not how I want it to work. So let me unplace it and then rotate you again. Okay, so that should do what I need to do for right now. We just have to finish the building structure. They work kinda sometimes. I've had problems with them like this. Like I can probably relog for whatever reason and it'll be fine. And then like the next time it works, it doesn't work, or it works or it doesn't work. It does various things. Machine vent. I'm going to put you down right there, and I think I need this, and not that. Just you go away. We don't need you right now. You're wasting my time. Put that right there. That right there. The fluid output hatch. This is the output hatch. Output hatch goes right there. And then the 2 fluid input hatches here and here. Thank you. That's all I wanted. That's it. So we will put that away. Okay, now I need to get some power to that thing. Where is my power box? Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Right there. You saw it. Good deal. Need that. And I don't suppose. We'll just do the other. Do the other lazy power for right now. MV wire, MV stuff. Because I should have plenty of it readily available. No, not that one. This one. This one. Thank you. We're just going to make a nice little clean looking line here. From here to there. And from here over there for right now. Thank you. You should fill up with power. Very good. Going to grab one of these chests right here. We're going to place down some item ducts so that we can actually get something out of this chest. Thank you. Go ahead. Put those in there. No, I don't want the chest in it. You put something in there? Come on. What are you doing? Did it not even exist? What's wrong with you? There we go. Okay, whatever. And then we need to pump that stuff out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and do something like this for right now. And for the moment, we need to just process enough of this stuff. Not enough space for item outputs. There we go. First unusual crystal. Excellent. Cool. So I suppose since we're going to be sitting here waiting on that for a minute, let's go ahead and look at some of this stuff. Something that we haven't looked at in a really long time is this chapter up here so that we can unlock anomaly science. It's not very, basically refining process with usual ore located from the moon. This ore is not useful by itself, but with advanced research can unlock the secrets of dark matter, which is funny because we've kind of already unlocked that part, so do not waste uranium. Do not waste uranium. I've got piles of uranium. What are you talking about? Oh, select change back. That's going to let us get the anomaly science pack opened up, and I am going to go ahead and do this one as well since we're staring at it. These systems, this challenge science packs, we're going to need to work through those eventually. I'm actually already starting to work on them. Test your factory to the limits with challenges. These provide creating items as rewards. Go ahead, detect, submit on that as well. So that's one chapter finally completely done because I've done all of the other little stuff. So the challenges, that should open up the creative power challenges, which means I need 5,000 of these. Times, as far as I know, 15,000 in order to be able to open up all three of these. So I'm going to start working on this process. This is why we built the factory the way we built it. So excellent. That should ding twice, maybe. Did we get any? We didn't get any rewards for that. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to put you away for right now because we're going to need at least several stacks of that process, and we're going to need to be able to do a couple of other things between that deal. So let's put you away. Don't need you anymore. And pick you up. Oop, nope. Come here. Go back. And there shouldn't be anything but a capsule in here. I don't know why that did that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I don't understand why they do. Where is my fluid duct that I probably just put away? Let's go ahead and hook that guy up because it has plenty of backlog in it. Fluid ducts, fluid ducts, fluid ducts. There you go. I'm just going to go ahead and hook you up for right now. We're going to be building a building for these various processes like this and for destabilized redstone because we're going to have to start looking at making either I'm going to have to start farming the aliens or I'm going to have to start making the goo. Because aliens will have a decent drop chance when you kill one to drop a piece of alien goo, but I can also craft them in a chemical plant with some of that liquid XP that I've got and a little bit of destabilized redstone, which is redstone and sulfuric acid in a mixer. So we may end up be needing to do that, especially considering that I'm going to have to keep this process right here automated. And because of the fact I have the end farm, I'm going to be using ender pearls to do the resonant ender, because it's just a little bit easier on me. So you can make resonant ender either with alien goo and ender pearls, like so we can see this here, or you can make resonant ender using chorus flowers and chorus fruit. Now there's an interesting caveat to this process here. The only way in game to get chorus flowers automatically is with an ender farm from forestry. The only way you can get them, because if you put this in a garden cloche, you will only get the fruit. You will never get the flower. Just as a heads up there. I've already been through that process. I already know how it works. So yeah, if you're going to be doing it the other way, if you're going to be doing it this way, you need to be using the forestry farms, that thing in there, to do it. So let's see. We're going to put this away. Come here. You over here. Dang it. Quit doing that. And we'll do a quick check on you. Yep, we're broken again. I really wish I had a scanner block. That's going to work for a little while. Okay, good. You're back on cycle. It's something about me leaving the world, this area, this dimension, and coming back that if there's anything here, it just stops working. If these chunks are all loaded, these, as far as I know, the majority of my base is loaded. But for whatever reason, those things, if I leave the world and come back, they break. So it's awesome. Okay, so we're sitting at a pretty reasonable amount of time. That's going to take quite a bit. I think we're going to have to at least get at least 2 stacks of that stuff to craft the next thing that we need, which is going to have to be run through a one of these guys up here. One of these. We're going to have to make one of these so that we can start crafting some of this anyway, because we're going to need to be able to do that. But I am, like I said, desperate need of a trash can. Very much desperate need of a trash can, because this thing produces massive amounts of stuff now. I've gotten I guess, the local difficulty in this world up high enough that almost every single time, half a dozen of those people, or half a dozen of the mobs that show up in here, have armor. So I'm getting all kinds of armor and tools and that. Come on, give me that XP. Thank you. My tanks are backlogged too, so I'm kind of messed up with the XP. That's why I have 214 levels. What are we going to get this time? Not much? Okay. And I've also managed to blow this thing up 3 or 4 times because of the fact that creepers still catch me for some odd reason as they're falling and see me and then explode when they hit the bottom before they die. So it's been fun. But we're definitely needing to work on getting rid of this supply of stuff. I'm starting to fill ultimate bins full of things now. So yeah, I've got a problem. Alrighty then. Let's go check over here real quick and see what's going on. I don't think we've made a stack yet. No, actually, I need to go ahead and set an output chest for this. So put this down, this over here, and then you can just do that, hopefully. Yes? Okay, awesome. Okay, so I think we're good to go on that part. We've been doing a little bit of work over here. Like I said, I don't think anything else major over here has changed as of any time soon recently. We have done a little bit of work as far as this is concerned. I've put in a advanced fluid assembler so that I can craft speed upgrades, which I have been placing in some of the machines. And I have been playing around with some of the stuff in here as well. I didn't really show it, but I did kind of change the power up here. I need to tear this guy down because I'm going to go ahead and just use the power that we have to run this thing, and if we put in another one. But as we can see, I've already been kind of processing extra amounts of these. So I've got a couple of thousand of each of those so far. We're working on this one, and I will be working on this one shortly. Yeah, we're just going to start getting ready for those challenge researches, because the challenge researches, let's see if I can get this going. Challenge research packs are all of the challenge research packs plus a diamond and an emerald. And an emerald is the problem. The emeralds are going to be produced in that mob farm over there by using the condensers to condense all of the junk down into emeralds. So we'll be swimming in emeralds shortly. So I suppose, I know it's going to be a little short compared to normal, but I'm going to go ahead and probably get that started, and then I'm going to go ahead and record another episode, so we're going to be good to go on that part. One thing I am going to say, and I didn't really want to bring it up, but I know it's on everybody's minds, is the COVID-19 virus problem thing that's going on around the world has gotten my company to basically make anybody that's going to be capable of working from home. So I am IT. I basically do lots of networking and whatnot stuff for a living, and there's no reason for me to be working at my office. So that's going to mean maybe more time for videos, maybe, because I won't be spending so much time driving around trying to get back and forth to my office and my house. So we'll see what happens. It's just going to be, I guess, part of life for a little while. I don't know how the plan is going to be, but I do know that we're going to be closed down for a while, at least as far as, our call center and various things like that. So I'm going to say stay safe, guys. Be smart. Don't do stupid things. Don't go nuts, and don't fall in with the insanity that everybody else is working with, because it's stuff that happens like this all the time. I've been through quite a few epidemics and pandemics that haven't been as near as bad as this one is, but, it is what it is. We just learn to continue on and go on with things. So, again, be safe. I will see you guys in the next episode, and we'll see what happens. So, thanks for watching. Bye.